What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from SteadyStreaminCashios. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you checking us out. If you remember, go back a few months. We were working on this Airstream, the 63 Overlander, and we took it all apart, and then we started on the van. Now, it's time to work on the Airstream again. What I've got planned for today is take this other axle off. Then I'm thinking I'm gonna flip the frame. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I do have the original belly pan, and I'm gonna trace it, and I'm gonna start putting on the new belly pan. I've put on a belly pan before on my back. It was not fun. So this is where the two gray tanks will be, obviously one here, one in this next frame rail. And so I didn't want the plastic to be rubbing on the metal. So I bought this stick. It's like a neoprene rubber. It's got adhesive on the backside, so I'll line this the whole way so that that way the plastic isn't rubbing on this metal the whole time. And obviously my frame is flipped right now. So I want to put the tank in, that'll make the supports to hold it in place. So these grommets are 1.5 inch rubber tank grommets. 2 1/8 is best, so that's totally tight. 2 1/4 fits this hole like really good, but I think 2 1/8 is best to allow no leaking, things like that. And so they're very tough. They're tough to get in, but with enough force, you can get them in there. So you see, the tank goes on the inside in between this channel right here, and then you obviously put your 1.5 inch pipe in through here. If you want, you can hose clamp this, and you can even seal around this edge just to make sure. But they're very strong, very good, durable rubber. It's not cheap, I can tell you that. But they've got them in 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. So now you have a tank fitting. I'll remove this welding blanket to show you what's going on. So, got the two gray tanks. They fit perfectly in the frame. So as you see, I notched this out. That helps me get them in easier, but I will weld this back to reinforce that as well as there. But that's how the two tanks are combined. These are the gray tanks. Like I said, they're each 16 gallons. It comes out with a 2 inch, which will eventually go to the 3 inch. I've got another one. It's 1.5 inch. It's right in the front. That's where the sink will come from and into there. Shower, we're thinking, will be in the back. We haven't fully confirmed this. It was confirmed like 3 months ago, but now who knows if it's changed. But we'll see. It's alright. I know what I gotta So obviously this frame is flipped, as you have seen. And so since it's flipped, obviously need something to support these tanks, hold them so that they don't just drop. So got this welded all the way across. It's welded in the middle, all the way so it'll hold. I've got obviously in the middle, and then I got the edges, the sides. This is a welding blanket. It's just gonna help spatter not get on the tanks so that I don't melt them.
Walks, well documented that Jack Leiter has not.
When it comes to unraveling your new belly pan aluminum, main thing is wrap it up with some kind of strap, because when you pop these two pieces of tape, it's just gonna wanna bust and explode. And I've actually done this before, and just kind of knocked the camera off and broke a lens. So be careful. If you're ever needing any belly pan aluminum, skin aluminum, anything aluminum, rivets, check out Air Parts Inc. So this is why I kept the original belly pan. And I can always cut. But you can see this belly pan is a little bit different. It doesn't have any banana wraps like some of the other versions, most of the versions you see. What they do is they splice it, they kind of cut it, and then bend it up and roll it. And when you're installing this belly pan, obviously, if you can, flip your frame. Obviously you want a lot of Clecos when you're doing an Airstream. So these are Cleco pliers, Clecos. They hold it in, it's temporary holding. Obviously when I go to fully install this, when it's like never coming off again, I will use large flange rivets, which are 3/16 hole size. So this is only 1/8 inch. This is just to hold it temporary. So you want the Clecos in that, and what I like to use is a drill stop. When you're doing an Airstream, having a drill stop is a must, for sure, especially if you're drilling interior skins, things like that. You don't want to go all the way through with a long drill bit. So having a drill stop is really, really crucial. Now that the belly pan is fully fastened, so I have this middle strip. If you remember, these two pieces had about gap that much. So then this strip goes all the way across to span them. It is sealed. Obviously you need some Clecos. These are 3/16 Clecos. Different colors mean different sizes. Obviously the copper is for 1/8 inch, and they've got black for 5/32. This is 3/16. That's what I use for belly pan. I use these large flange rivets, 3/16 large flange rivet. They're really, really nice. I get these from McMaster. You can get that like Amazon or Air Parts Inc. or Vintage Trailer or something, you know, anything like that. Bunch of different other places, Aircraft Spruce. Obviously you've got the rivet gun. This is battery powered. You can go pneumatic, you can go hand. This is obviously a drill, 3/16. Got a drill stop so that I don't go too far.
Nothing can keep me from my heart is sore. I've been down